Hello everybody, Gregg Sueur here for online tennis instruction. In today's video we're going to talk about the tossing arm in more detail, but more importantly what happens to the tossing arm as it starts to come down. And we'll see how it serves as a reactive brake, so it prevents over-rotation and allows you to continue to swing up and out on the serve. So we take a look at Roger Federer here, and we'll see that the tossing arm continues to go up until around about the time that the ball apexes. Here his body is fully loaded or fully coiled. And as the ball starts to come down, he'll start to uncoil from the ground up. Now as that happens, notice how the tossing arm will start to bend and come down, but more importantly, notice how it almost stops or hangs there in space. So it's across his body. See how still that arm is? It stays across his body until he lands before he releases and lets that arm fly back. Now why that's significant or important is that the tossing arm or the arm carries significant weight. So if you just drop that arm down to the side, it can cause you to over-rotate, to open up the upper body, and also to hit down the ball and make a lot of unforced errors into the net. Now we'll take a look at Andy Murray, and we'll see something very similar. Tossing arm keeps going up. His body is fully coiled and loaded around about the time the toss apexes. Then he starts to uncoil from the ground up as he drives from his legs. See how the tossing arm starts to then drop. But notice how the arm is bent across his body for a significant amount of time. Stays nice and still till the ball has traveled a significant distance before he then releases and lets that arm go back. And this is something a lot of players incorrectly copy. They copy this finish position, but very often they leave out the part of where his arm is at contact, and that's the most important thing you want to focus on. They say that pros are biomechanically 95% the same at impact, and you'll see it through these three examples which we're going to show you today. It's very important that you control that tossing arm so that the weight of the arm doesn't cause the upper body to open up too early, causing over-rotation. There's also a loss of speed, but also can lead to a lot of unforced errors. Now we'll take a look at Novak Djokovic here, and you see something very similar. The tossing arm continues to go up. It stays up until around about the time that the ball apexes. Now his body is fully loaded or coiled. As the ball starts to come down, he starts to uncoil from the ground up. Then that left arm or the tossing arm starts to bend across his body. And see our contact here, how the tossing arm is bent across his body, so not interrupting what happens to the ball or negatively affecting what happens to the ball. And see how it stays almost completely still for a very long time. Now we see in this example the ball is going to pass out of the screen before he then relaxes and releases that tossing arm. So things to keep in mind on your own serve is you want to keep that tossing arm all the way up until around about the apex of the ball toss, and then when you swing up to contact you want to try to bring that elbow into your body where the arm is bent, preventing you from over-rotating and losing power. So as you can see, all three of these great players do something very similar with that tossing arm to prevent it from negatively affecting the ball and helping them to swing up and out, increasing consistency, but also to help them to gain more effortless power by not over-rotating with the upper body.